everybody, I'm Dawn. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for visiting with me today. This is a little get ready with me, sit down and chit chat video. I gotta clean this room is what I need to do, but I'm ashamed to show you what it looks like because it is just that bad. It looks like a crime scene in here. Especially with the fake blood that I have like just laying around that I haven't wiped up. Yes. And there is a hater that watches my channel. I hid her from my channel so you can't see her ugly comments because she's such a nasty person and comes across as very illiterate actually. But I'm sure she loves all the fake blood. She likes to talk about the fake blood. Although she says blood, like I think she thinks that it's real. I don't know. But yeah, she's stupid. But so I wanted to talk about this reputation that I've had. And okay, so when I worked at the hospital several years ago, I started working there, I think in 2009 to 2020. And I don't know why, but from the time I started there until I left, people had this idea of me, like, they thought I was like some kind of va-va-voom, like, not a SLUT, but just, I don't know, a seductress. I know, I'm such a seductress. Oh. But just this, they had this impression of me. I don't know. But, so I had kind of like a reputation working there. And mind you, I had been married to Eric. I've been married to Eric since 1996. Okay. And I thought about it for a long time. I'm like, I don't understand why people view me in this kind of light. Like, it wasn't bad. Like, people weren't mean about it, but it just, well, I mean, I guess it is mean to view someone in a light that isn't them. Like, people just thought I was just this party girl or something. And I was not. I was far from it. But they had this impression that I was just Miss Party thing, you know? And I got a reputation working at this hospital. And I think I figured out why. Like, after I worked there for a little while, people were always, even females were always looking at my chest, okay? And I was very big busted. I've had breast reduction surgery, but I was always very big chested. And I think people, like when you're 11 years old and you develop, like I developed when I was 11, 12 years old, I like just woke up one morning and I had a C-cup breast, you know? And people judge you by that. And I thought, oh, that was just a thing in the 6th grade. They're not going to do that when I'm, 45 years old, but they do. That's what they did. But I noticed women and men would always stare at my chest, and I was very self-conscious about it. But there wasn't a lot I could do about it because they were just blah, there, they were like, hi! They entered the room way before the rest of me did, And it attached, I believe, because I didn't behave any kind of way, and it attached a reputation to me, if you know what I mean. So these people are just stupid. Like, oh, she has big breasts. She's a party girl. You can hook up with her. And again, I was married to Eric since 1996. And yeah, and I was very friendly and bubbly, and I had a big chest. So I must be an SLUT. And I'm saying that because I don't know if that's one of YouTube's bugaboo words, they're a little sensitive about certain words, you know. But yeah, these stupid people, men and women, just had this idea that I was just some party girl, you know. And I wore, you know, I dressed up for work. Like, I tried to look good. And I also think it was because my coworkers had such terrible fashion sense that also lent to the fact that I must be a party girl. Because I went to concerts. I didn't party at them, but I went to concerts. And I dressed nice. Like, heels, makeup, all that. And not everybody in my department did that. So this whole personality was assigned to me. And that was just not me. I'm like, this, I don't know what girl y'all are thinking about. I mean, almost like they thought I was a tramp or something. It was just weird. But looking back on it, and I have a lot of friends that worked at the hospital that are friends with me now, like on Facebook. And like, I had to go up to the hospital for something one day, and people that knew me were talking to me, and this was since my breast reduction. I still dressed the same. I still presented myself in the same way, but I didn't have these big honking breasts sticking out of me. And I was treated differently. I was treated equal, you know, I don't know, but I think it's wrong. Like, I got breast reduction surgery because I was very self-conscious about how large they were, especially after I lost weight. They didn't fit my frame anymore. It was just, they were gross. It's this big, gross breast. But it seemed like, through no fault of my own, my whole personality revolved around breast. You know, people were like, well, she has big breasts, so she's a party girl. She's a tramp. She's a fun girl. But they meant it in like a negative kind of way. I don't know. I hope I'm making sense to you. It's just, people just had this attitude about me that I was, like, everybody was really nice to me, but it was a different kind of nice. Like, females were nice to me because, oh, that's the girl to be friends with, because we'll get invited to good parties and stuff. I never went to parties. I never did anything. I was in my 40s. I had a grown child. I was done. And I always got attention, I consider negative attention, from men that work there. Because, like, I'd be walking down the hall and, say, a man that worked in the same building was walking in front of me. He would walk by, and a man would walk past him and say, hello. Oh, hello, you know, and then they go, hey. When they walk by me, it's like, hey, like don't, no, you can address me in the same way you addressed him. You do not have to address me in a sexualized manner. But anyway, I hope I made sense. It's just something I was thinking about, and was just regressing to that frustration, and thought I would discuss it for a minute, you know. And it was only at this job that this was ever a problem. When I worked in daycare, when I worked in PR, when I was in college, it was never a problem. When I was younger and would actually go out partying, it was never a problem. But when I started this job at a hospital, this executive job in a hospital, not executive, administrative position in a hospital, I was looked at in this, what I consider a negative light. And I know at the beginning of this video I said it wasn't negative, but it was. Now that I sat here and thought about it, it was negative. It was very negative. Granted, I did get my way a lot, but I like to think that was because of my charm, not because of my chest. Anyway, just something that annoyed me. So we have baby geese. We're very excited about that. It's just spring. It's time for babies. I guess hopefully I'll be seeing some baby ducks soon. But none of my girls that hang around here, I don't think they've been laying eggs. So I'll just have to keep an eye out and see what happens. You know? I think that's good enough. But yeah, when I was 11, 12 years old and had breast, it was a whole thing. And then when I worked at this hospital, 40 something years later, it was a whole thing. 30 something years later. But all the jobs and experiences I had between the time I was 12 until the time I started working at the hospital, my breasts never were a problem. They were a problem when I was 11, 12 years old, and then became a problem when I was working at the hospital. Grown people actually look at someone with large breasts, and that is their opinion. Oh, she must be a tramp. She must be a party girl because she has large breasts. What else could she be? She can't possibly have a brain in her head. Anyway, I'm glad I got them lobbed off. They were awful. Anyway, they were causing me back pain. They were nothing but a problem. I couldn't wear normal bathing suits. I mean, I've never had what could be considered a normal body, but I couldn't wear normal bathing suits ever in my life. And I'm a one-piecer, so I would have to get bathing suits that fit on my top, so they were really big on my bottom, until I discovered tankinis and swim dresses. Then it worked out. But yeah. Weird. People are weird. So my upstairs neighbor, my very dear friend, moved, and I'm not happy about it. I mean, she still lives in the city. She's not that far away. But it was nice to, like, text her and say, hey, come look out the window or something. And now the next people that move up there will probably be assholes who don't like me taking care of the ducks and will complain about me all the time. And then I'll get another note on my door about feeding the ducks. And they're like, human food is bad for ducks. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not giving them human food. I'm going up to Tractor Supply Company and getting them duck food. So there. But anyway. I gotta clean this room. It's such a disaster. I would show it to you, but I really can't. I'm still working on growing my channel, obviously. That's always a goal of us YouTubers. We want to grow our channel. I'm just working on it. Just trying. I don't know what else to do other than what I've been doing. What was that? But anyway, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to everyone later. Bye.